And we are back again. It's your friendly neighborhood film watchers. Dang, you can tell we haven't done it in a while, huh?
Yeah, we've been out. Yeah, we've been out the loop for a second, man. What's
Hey,
going on,
man.
man? Franklin football.
Same old, man.
Yeah, man, we doing our thing.
Yeah. Things obviously haven't been great in the Dallas Cowboys world. But Chris, I'll tell you one thing. If it's one thing about me, I know how to change focus real easy. So things have been better for me
Gotcha. Yeah.
than the rest of Cowboy Nation.
Absolutely. I mean, I've gotten a lot of stuff done. Yeah. Some things are popping, but you always go back to your love, which is the Dallas Cowboys, and ever since Rain rolled out on that cart, you start looking at everything totally different. So, we came up with a couple of things that we've talked on the week, man, and I watched a lot of YouTubers, man, pretty much, got ash and sackcloth as they live in mourning about everything that's going on. So, I threw a couple of topics at you, man, and we're going to go ahead and run it. So the biggest problem we're having is protecting anybody.
Yeah.
Our protections have been terrible. It's been so bad they got a guy head almost knocked off up in by the football team up in Washington, and BAD, aka Ben DiNucci, because I'm not going to say that other name. You said it the other day, and I was like, I refuse to call that.
I refuse. I said it in jest.
Yes. So DiNucci looked like King Takovi in the World Series throwing a slider, trying to Dollar General Mahomes. So he's over in the corner somewhere. So it goes back to in that game. It was early in the I want to say second quarter after Donovan Wilson had caused the fumble. The boys had the ball early, ran a play, and then they lined up to pass. And our good old boy, Turnstile Terrence.
There we go.
A.K.A. Terrence Aluminum, a.k.a. get your quarterback killed, showed himself. And, the biggest question for most Cowboy Nation is, where does he have the hidden pictures of Jerry Jones?
Right. The pictures, the emails, the texts, something. He got them. And here's the thing. I think that he keep one in his jersey. So that way when he do give up a bad play, he just pull up the top of it and then just put it back in there.
When he adjusting his stuff, he do that. Yeah. Okay. That's what he do.
And that's just to let them know. Keep them on their toes.
Okay. I mean, his PFF grade. I mean, if he was a student in school, man, he'd get like a Z. His grade is like 51. I think he's like at the bottom of the barrel. And I'm not a big fan as you are of PFF. But for me, the eyeball test, they got Brandon Knight at 61. They got Terrence or Turnstile at 71. And I think Brandon is a far better player than Terrence.
Yeah, absolutely. Far better. And hey, somebody please check on Gil Brandt. He on dope, man. Did I send that to you where he said that the one bright spot has been Terrence Steele?
But Gil deleted that. You caught it. He deleted it.
Oh yeah, come on now. I'm like a sniper with that one, man. Come on, I kept that. Gil is on that dope. I'm gonna let you know firsthand.
He on that blue magic. He was on that straight blue magic.
Something.
He was on it.
But in all seriousness, I don't understand the coaching staff's infatuation with Terrence. I understand that outside of Tyler, who I think has been a shining star out of all of the young guys, I think that they just want to have their guy be the success. So that's why even before all of the injuries at tackle, Terrence was given the first shot. Terrence was, kept in his position despite his failures. I think that the coaching staff just got too proud. I said this for weeks, and I'm upset that I was right. It's hubris. I've been saying this for over a month now.
You have. Yeah, I think what I initially thought what they did with Terrence is they kept Brandon at the left side because they knew if anybody was to go down, which would likely be Tyron Smith, they wanted to have him play left tackle. Yeah. So if you would have started Brandon at right tackle, then the first immediate thing you would have put Turnstile at left tackle. So you really want to get him. We may not have won a game at all. We may be just. He probably got Rain killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they put him in right where they could guard him, they could protect him, and he was on the side of all pro, all world, best offensive lineman you got with Zach Martin right there. I think that's why they put him at right tackle. You could hide him at right tackle. Remember, Lyle was never as bad as Terrence, ever.
Absolutely. I wanted to let you know that.
But he did struggle in year 2, which was 2018. He did struggle at right tackle. So I think by putting a guy, if you're going to put anybody anywhere to go through his struggles, you put him on the right side of Zach Martin, and you can probably hide some deficiencies. But Terrence is so bad, you can't hide that.
Absolutely. Ideally, you want your bad guy, your bad O-lineman to be a guard because you can have him, you can protect him from both sides.
Right.
If you wanted to have a piss poor O-lineman, ideally you would want him at guard. Yeah. But man, it's discouraging. It is very discouraging.
Oh yeah.
I call the term white collar tanking. I wish I would have wore a white shirt just to
don't let that ease by, because here at Franklin Football, we have certain terms that we hold. Hashtag coaching matters, hashtag new one, white collar tanking. And
there we go.
Every bit of white collar tanking, because you do have a guy who can jump out to right tackle, who plays right guard right now, is Zach Martin. But go ahead with your thought, Brandon.
And I'm gonna touch on that in just a second, but I want to explain what I mean by white collar tanking first, because I've been saying this on like the Twitter machine and some other YouTubers channels, whether it's in the chat boxes or making appearances. But white collar tanking is when you obviously have a bad team, but when you see certain teams, like the Jaguars have done it, by trading away all of their good players, they're intentionally making their team worse by getting rid of talent.
Right.
When I say white collar tanking, I mean letting the losses happen organically and just having a plain bad team. You're keeping your team just competitive enough to keep it entertaining. And if we know anything about the Jones family, is that they're businessmen.
Right.
So I do want to touch on one thing that you said. Your best right tackle is currently playing at right guard.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I think that when you're the best guard in the league and you're the most tenured lineman starting right now, and you've been on the team longer than your coach, they'll just come up to you and ask you, "Hey Zach, you trying to play guard?" Zach might just say, not really. Who I got to protect? Because 4 ain't back there. So that's what it comes back. If Dak was back there, if Dak was back there, and this happened while Dak was back there,
absolutely,
Dak went out to right tackle.
Hey man, he had the pocket so clean, man. It looked like a pimp, doing a stroll. It was so clean back there, man. So once he moved out to tackle in the Seattle game, honestly, the only guys who gave up something was that dude Joe, late in the game. So that goes back to back to another thing. I know. You ain't gotta apologize. I told you that dude was garbage. I've been told you he was there. Yeah. But so I think if you move him out, the only reason we would like to move him out is because you want to see what the young Connor McGovern can do at right guard. And now you put some different things in play. Now, you're right. You're going to ask him. But if I'm Zach Martin, I got to protect my own, because the movement is I owe you a lot of money. if I can find a doable replacement at right guard because the Joneses who the Joneses are now, you'll turn around and say, well, hey, Zach, can we move on from Zach? Start with the movement and put McGovern at right guard and start that whole youth movement inside the building in that direction. You think that might be a concern? No, listen, I'm not saying, get the look off your face. What I'm saying, if I move, no, Brandon, listen to what I'm saying. From a salary cap standpoint, as a team builder, I don't get rid of Zach Martin. Okay, all right. So follow me on this, because we just talking from a wide picture. My left tackle, right, gets extremely cheap in 2 years, but I know my left tackle is only going to give me 10 to 12 games a year, and my biggest concern is he going to turn around and say, "Ouch," at the end of the year and never come back? Okay, all right. My left guard is an NFL caliber left guard. He's just not elite, okay? And that's something that most Cowboy fans can't deal with, that every one of their linemen are elite. Tyler Biadasz, a great find, needs to speed up his snaps, but he'll get a full offseason, he'll be better. My right guard is the third best right guard in football, okay? But if I move him out to right tackle, right, just to be entertaining, and I play Connor McGovern, and Connor McGovern is serviceable, but he's not the third best guard in football, but he shows promise, you will not tell me that Stephen Jones will erect the ghost of Tex Schramm and try to cut Zach Martin's money down. Follow me on it, because I'm going to get Lyle back next year. Bad hip and crawfish and all. I'm getting him back, okay? But I'm still thinking Zach is trying to protect his own because he's 31. He's been banged up. His best days are behind him. And you don't tell me I couldn't on draft day get a second or a third for Zach Martin and play Connor McGovern. Just think about it now. I know it sounds like, I know you're saying it's blasphemous. I'm telling you how Stephen Jones thinks, because the one thing Stephen Jones loves is what? Cheap, young talent. I know you're looking at me close. I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but you know I know Stephen too. You know I know Stephen.
Hey, Chris.
I'm just telling you, man.
If Stephen got the gall, the unmitigated gall, the pompous audacity to come up to Zach Martin.
I'm telling you why he could do that. You want to know why he could do that? You know why he can do that?
I mean, because he owns the team.
Because he strolled up at the combine and told Ford he needed to give us a home team discount.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't think he won't tell Zach, hey, I can get you out of here. I can get you out of here.
Now,
okay.
Chris.
Okay.
I'd have been repressing some rage, regarding that.
I don't want you to get mad. I just want you to put that big brain of yours and think. Me and you, first off, we on the same page. Zach Martin is a Hall of Famer. Zach Martin is on the road to being, if at worst, a second ballot Hall of Famer. Okay? All right? Second, this all first ballot. Everybody can't go first ballot. Somebody got to go second or third ballot. But he's a guard, and he's an all-world guard. He's probably right now the fourth, in my opinion. Okay? He's the fourth best. He's the fourth best guard in Cowboys history, in my opinion.
Oh, in Cowboys history. Okay, I thought you meant in NFL today.
In Cowboys history, he's the fourth best guard behind Larry Allen. Okay, Herb
greatest
Scott,
offensive lineman in history. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, Larry Allen, Herb Scott, Nate Newton, and then Zach Martin. In my opinion, that's my opinion. Okay,
absolutely.
So,
it's a correct assessment. It's a correct assessment.
Right.
But Chris, let me get this out of here. You're not gonna go out and till, because Zach, as of now, with Tyron's current physical state, we don't know what's. I mean, I don't think that Lyle was ever better than Zach anyway. But you're not gonna go out and tell your best O-lineman, even when healthy, he is still your best O-lineman, to take a pay cut. You know what he'll do? He'll tell him, try me, like Dak did when you said that he told him that he got to take a hometown discount, and now they about to be paying Dak like $40 million. But that's neither here nor there. I've said too much. I've said too much.
Hey, listen, man, pay for whatever you want. Pay for whatever you want.
Pay for 40. Pay for 40. There we go.
There's a new one. Pay for 40. There you go. I like that one.
So you're not gonna go out and tell your best offensive lineman. You're not gonna threaten him with the possibility of a trade. I think that Zach Martin make him pull his card, because, like I said, Zach, whether it's right now or whether it's all of your guys healthy, best on the roster, and teams will be jumping at the offer if Steven thinks, oh, I'll just tell him, give me a second and a fifth, and you're out of here. Dak will tell him, here's my cell phone, call him. I understand that Steven is going to be the person to test people gangster, but it's certain people that you don't go after. It's certain people, because regardless of who your quarterback is, it can be Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott. It can be Willie Beeman, for all I care. All of them need to be protected. All of them.
All I'm saying, not Willie Beeman.
Yeah. Willie Beeman. It could be whoever. It doesn't matter.
All I'm saying is that Steven has yet to lose a fist fight when it comes to negotiations. Have I said he's been right in all of them? No. But what I'm saying,
he lost with that. I think he lost with that.
Not right now. Well, we're sitting here now thinking that it's a lost season and he's hurt. But Rain's price tag is going up on while he's reacting.
Dak is sitting down watching TV, clenching his leg muscles just to try to help himself get better post-surgery, and his check is still going up every Sunday.
Right, but what I'm saying to you, going back to Turnstile Terrence, is that right now, for the betterment of a team, I can move Zach Martin out to right tackle. We all know that. But if Zach is saying right now, I'm not moving the tackle, because I saw a drop off from Connor Montgomery because Zach's elite. Connor's,
of course, obviously.
Connor's good, but I got to make a decision. On my left guard. So if I know this guy can play right, he can come in and play right guard. I got to make a decision on my left guard. So if I move Connor Montgomery from right guard to left guard, right? Mm-hmm. What do I do with Connor Williams? Right? Do I make him my swing? What do I do with Brandon Knight? You see what I'm saying? It's so many different things, and I have so many different areas to fill, and I have these other big contracts I have to pay. And if I can recuperate from my team getting rid of a guy a year or two earlier before he loses value, aka Bill Belichick, who Steven holds a picture beside his bedside every night and rubs and wants to be, don't think that he's not thinking, I can get rid of the third best guard in football for picks early and get some value. I'm just planting the seed, bro. I'm just thinking of the mind of a lunatic. I ain't saying you right. I'm just telling you what he's trying to do.
There we go. Okay, mind of a maniac. Okay, I understand it. Now you touched on one thing that I do want to talk about. You mentioned maybe moving Connor McGovern to left guard. I think that Connor Williams is probably going to be in contention for left tackle of the future. I think Connor Williams at tackle would be entertaining to watch. I'm not saying whether he would be good or not. I haven't seen enough film of him to know whether he'll be successful.
You see no film him at left.
Exactly. Not at the pro level anyway. Not at the pro level.
You saw him in college, and so they evidently said, okay, his short arms. So first off, his short arms, and we already know he has a lack of strength. He's got good feet. He's got above average feet. So I think this fantasy or this infatuation we have of him being a left tackle is kind of out the window. The only guy that you have on the roster right now who could probably flip the left tackle is Lyle Collins, but he's entrenched at right tackle.
Yeah. Right. I wouldn't move Lyle to left at this point.
So if I'm gonna make this experience with left tackle, I'd be better off in this year's draft, because every year from now on, I have come over to the side of Vach that I am going to draft an offensive lineman every year and find out find him, get him better. I'm going to draft an offensive lineman this year. Even this year when I need a whole bunch of defense, I'm still going to go get me a tackle.
Absolutely. I've always been the way. I feel like offensive line is the most important position on your team, even more important than quarterback. The unit as a whole, I feel like offensive line is the most important on the team. I personally, every single year, I'm going to look dead in the camera and say this. Every single year, 4th round or higher, I would take an O-lineman. Every single year.
Every year.
Because I think that it's 40% of your offense. It is obviously the position with the I won't say highest change rate, but you lose one and it can throw the whole unit in a muck.
Listen, it's the part of your team that needs the most continuity, needs to be together, and they need to work together the most. And as we see right now, without a good O-line, you can't even use any of the other tools or assets you have, because everybody else is a ball dependent position, from my running back to my wide receivers to my tight ends. Everything. Shoot, they even help my defense by giving them a chance to rest so I can run the ball and give them a chance to breathe. So my O-line is definitely a need. But that's kind of our thoughts and kind of some of the things that we've been kicking around during this this walk without rain portion of the year that we've been dealing with. Man, we want you to make sure you got thoughts, man. You've been spending time with us. We really appreciate the membership. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate the subscribes. Click on it. Leave us a note. We promise we won't leave you as long. It's just been a real crazy thing that, when you turn the football game on and there's not a chance in all of God's creation you winning. So you find other things.
That's a video for another time.
Yeah, that's another video for another time. But go and hit us up, man. And we'll get back with you soon, man. I'm Set It Off Chris, man.
And I'm Brandon. This has been Frankly Football. Peace.